This is Dispatches from Myrtle Beach with Charles Neal and my son Link from Good Mythical Morning. How you doing, Link?
Good. Give me a high 10, Dad, like that. Like, oh yeah, higher. There you go. There you go. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're doing it. See? It's like we're in the same room, giving each other high fives.
In the same room, yeah.
I mean, you told me you haven't been eating a lot of sweets, but then you started telling me a second ago that you started eating some sweets just so you can have more energy for this show. Is that true?
That would be correct.
Yeah. I got my coffee.
And I got my Diet Mountain Dew.
Do you believe that you can taste caffeine?
That's a hell of a question, Link.
These are the type of questions that we embark on answering on Good Mythical Morning. And a matter of fact, we have an episode where we're exploring this.
Can you taste caffeine?
We tasted a beverage and then the caffeine-free version of the same beverage. And then we had to guess. And most every time, spoiler alert, we guessed correctly when it came to sodas. And even when we guessed incorrectly, we agreed. So we could always taste a difference. And it was very subtle. But yeah, caffeine is a flavor additive as well as a stimulant. And I couldn't have told you that. I mean, it's rare that I retain information from Good Mythical Morning, but I had to pass that along to you, Dad. I retained it.
So,
well, he's thinking now.
When you do the caffeine thing with drinks, was it with you just drank a regular drink and then you drank supposed to have been a caffeine-free drink?
Yeah.
So like if you drank
caffeine-free Pepsi and then a Pepsi.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but not diet, just still regular. Or like
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yep. Diet Dr. Pepper and caffeine-free Diet Dr. Pepper. So that's everything else is the same, except for the caffeine. That was the only one that it was almost impossible to taste. And then when we got to coffee, we were wrong. We were right about all the sodas. We were wrong about the coffee. But we agreed that it tasted different.
I have people. Nancy will even be the same way. She said, of course, you know I love Diet Mountain Dews, and I don't like regular Mountain Dews because they're so sweet.
Too sweet.
But she said a diet drink just tastes different than a regular drink.
Wait, I mean, yeah.
With the aspartame that's in it instead of sugar, I guess.
Oh yeah. It's an acquired taste that you now can't go back, but they're totally different. Coke Zero, they try to say this it's the best Coke, and I have to agree.
Well, they have a caffeine-free Diet Mountain Dew.
I know, I've tasted it.
Okay.
You might need to think about that in the evening. Or just drink water.
Well, I don't. I got to where I
one a day or less.
I don't know if I'm not going to lie all to you, Myrtle Beach. Some days I don't drink but one, but most of the time I drink 2 a day. But I drink 4 16-ounce bottles of water about every day.
All right. That's good.
Of course, the weather's been nice, and I've been planting the garden. Got stuff growing, and
like what?
Tomato plants and string beans.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And then right before that, I got onions and beets and
like that.
Cabbage planted.
Do you pickle any onions? You need to pickle the onion. I love a good pickled onions. That's good.
Yeah, I like them.
You should do that.
We may have to try that.
Put a little tang in your swang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hope that our beets do well, because with the ones we put up last year, we've been working on them pretty good. And so we can put up about 20 more pints.
Ooh.
We love some good beets, man.
I like that.
But, yeah.
You got any emails or shout outs?
I got a holler out to Owen. It says, Hey, fellas. My son Owen recently came in first place in his third grade spelling bee, then went on to get first place in his school-wide spelling bee, beating out the fourth and fifth graders.
Ooh.
He is now going on to compete in the county-wide spelling bee. Can you give him some advice or words of encouragement as he conquers the spelling bee? From Jamie. Well, I'm sorry, Owen, but I can't give you no advice. I'm sorry. But boy, because the way I spell words and the things I do on this show,
That's true.
I don't need to be screwing you up when you've been doing so well.
Yeah.
But I can give you an attaboy and some encouragement to keep kicking these fourth and fifth graders' butts and keep studying and learning how to spell these words and keep right on trucking down the road and let me and Link know how it goes and with the county-wide spelling bee, and I hope you win the whole thing, Owen. So I'm proud of you. I know your mom, dad, and them's proud of you, but so just keep up the good work, and I'm thankful for what you're doing, and I'm encouraging you to keep doing it and do a great job at it.
Wow, Dad, that was motivational. Coming from somebody who doesn't know how to spell, that was pretty encouraging.
I'm telling you. So
now, Owen, I'm just to jump on the train here, just to piggyback off of that. Owen, I'll say, if you win the whole thing, I'll be proud of you. But you need to get there. You got to win it all. As far as advice, don't F it up. If it doesn't have an F in it, don't F it up. Back to you, Dad.
Okay. And Owen, and I don't know what links means by that, but you just keep up the good work. And
don't put F in a word that doesn't have an F in it.
Okay. Yeah.
What?
Well, I mean,
if there's not an F in it,
when you say when you hear an adult say something about don't F it up, what does it mean? You ought not be telling somebody in the third grade not to F it up.
Well, I'm really talking to the parent. Right?
Okay. All right.
Don't F it up, parent of Owen, by showing them this part of the video. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
All words don't have F's.
No.
And those that don't shouldn't. So don't F it up.
Okay. Well, keep up the good work, Owen. Let us hear how you do. And we're proud of you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I will be proud of you if you win it all, but I'm not currently proud of you.
Well, I'm pretty proud of him. I mean, if you're in the third grade and you beat out fourth and fifth graders to get to the county thing, that's something to be proud of. So I'm proud of you, Owen.
Okay, all right. I'll admit I'm sore about the spelling bee because I didn't know how to spell fruition, and I got out, and everybody saw it. Everybody was watching in the Buies Creek Elementary School auditorium, and I was embarrassed in front of everybody because I spelled fruition with an ISH. So you had flashbacks from when you was in the third grade or the fifth grade? I think I have some undealt with trauma. Some baggage. So maybe when you talk to your therapist, you might ought to bring this up. Okay, all right. I'll leave Owen out of it. I'm sorry, Owen's family. Maybe you can show him the part that Dad said before I jumped in with my stuff. Because that was my stuff. That was my baggage, and I shouldn't have put it on you. I'm sorry. It's all right. Owen will do great. I really effed it up, didn't I? No, it'll be all right.
Hey, it'll be fine. You'll be, hey, for somebody that just didn't spell fruition, what'd you say, fruition, right? When you were,
Fruition.
what grade?
The root word is fruit. Should have known. Should have asked for that.
You could, I would have
known immediately.
Well. Hey, Owen, Link's done pretty well, but not winning everything in his thing. And
look at me.
If you don't win the whole thing,
well, hold on, Dad.
Life will go on. And,
Dad, all of a sudden, what are you saying, Dad? Are you saying that I'm all of a sudden the example of the loser that still did okay? It's like, what? That doesn't make me feel good. Hey, Owen, Link's a loser, and look at him. He's still doing all right.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You're not a loser. You lost spelling a word, but you won at life.
That's right. Okay.
But hey, Owen could be like me and had to learn how to spell chocolate. It's time for, all right, Mr. Neal, what you think of this reel? We're going to get back into some of these paint reels, hacks, videos again.
Are you going to get happy today or are you going to get sad today?
We're going to have to wait and see, but we got one from Jess.
Okay.
It seems like a nice, simple hack. What do you think, Charles?
So they got a roller. Now this is in fast motion. So painter's tape all over the roller.
You ain't going to believe this, but I have done this before.
What are they doing?
They're taking the fuzz off the roller so it don't get into paint and it don't get on the wall and makes it smooth.
Oh, you invented this technique?
I probably did it 20-some years ago.
And did somebody tell you to do it or did you invent it?
I didn't invent it. Okay. No, somebody else told me about it. I don't know if it might have been one of the guys working for me or something one day or something, but yeah.
So this is it. This is some insider stuff that you've been doing for decades.
Yep. I've done it for years. Jess, so yeah, that is something that works very well. And if it's a half-inch or more nap, it works better for that. If it's a 1/4 inch or 3/8, it don't. You don't need to do it as much as that because they don't have as much of the little fur in the roller as the other ones do.
So what does that
come with them? But that's a good hack, Jess.
The one that you do tape, the 3/8 or whatever. What do you use that one for versus the other ones that don't need the tape? Like why use a bigger nap? What does that do?
It puts more paint on the wall, and if it's according to where, but you have to. If you use a 1/2 inch nap, you have to make sure that when you're rolling, you roll that paint out where you don't leave a holiday in it, like where the roller stops and goes back and forth, and you have to leave that because it's got more paint in the roller, and you got to make sure it's smooth when you're using a 1/2 inch.
And so when you stop painting and then you dip and you pick up where you left off to keep painting, you just used a term I have never heard. You said leave a holiday in it. Is that what you said?
That's what I said.
I have never heard you or anyone say this, but I think I know what you're talking about. You're talking about when you go away and then you come back. There's more paint and then all of a sudden less paint, so you can see a line in the thickness of the paint applied on the wall between applications.
When you roll it down in there and you put it on and you stick it down there and wet it again and roll it, you got to make sure you spread that out where it don't leave a little crease where the end of the roller, the paint off the end of the roller will roll out and leave that little holiday going down it. So you have to make sure.
Do they call it a holiday because you leave it and then you come back? Is that why it's called a holiday?
No, it don't last. I mean, if you don't smooth it out in between putting more paint on your roller, it'll leave one in there. So you
I
have
know
to get
that.
it out.
I'm just asking, why is it called a holiday?
Because if you leave it in there and you walk up there and see the wall, you'll see a little line going down it.
But why is that called a holiday? A
That's
holiday is a vacation.
I guess that's just what painters have called it for years. So.
But I think I'm telling you why it's called that. It's because you're taking a trip. You're here on the wall, and then you take a trip away. You dip more paint, and then when you come back later from your holiday,
okay,
I think that's why it's called holiday.
It may be. That sounds good to me.
That is amazing to me. Now the question is, why is it so amazing to me? It's just a new term. I like terms for stuff.
It's if you leave one in a wall and have to repaint it, it's a pain in the neck to get it out and make it back smooth.
Sometimes it's better to not go on a holiday. Just keep on working.
Yep.
But you got to know how to ease into the holiday and ease out of the holiday. So I think this as a metaphor is good for life. Because you want to, when you're working, you don't want it to seem like you were gone and that you're playing catch up. When you come back from your holiday, you want it to be a smooth ramp up.
That's right. Yeah.
These are the existential things that we get into when we paint houses thoughtfully.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful, Dad.
Well, that was a good one, Jess. Yeah. Well, we got another one from Aaron. It just says, I need you to tell me how you feel about this video.
Okay. That's some sort of European. And the sound effects are not necessary. Oh, and you had to use a whole scissors to get rid of that? Yeah, just paint right over it. Green check mark.
Turn it off, Logan.
It's dumb. I mean, why put the dumb sound effects?
It has 8 million views.
Well, that tape's pretty expensive. And then all the places where those walls are at, and then if you take it off, there's still going to be a line there that you're going to have to get rid of later back when you put that. So just take the receptacle off the wall, cut out around it, let it dry, and put it back on.
Because the plate
is
removable.
New houses don't have them in them yet, but existing houses got them in them. And that's one thing that my wonderful wife does for me now. My wife comes, and when I'm painting inside of a house, she comes over there and takes all those plates off and puts them in a bag or a bucket or something with the screws and everything. And then when I get through, we put them back on.
Zing, zing,
Cut
zing.
out around it, roll right up to the edge of it. You can't even tell where it's at. You can't even see the brush marks in it. So I'm sorry, Aaron, but
you didn't do
this one, this dog won't hunt on this show if you painting.
Just dumb. And the amount of time you spent on
that tape, that yellow tape or the green or whatever, that stuff's pretty darn expensive. So you're taking money out of your pocket for
nothing.
And it's not doing as good a job as if you take it off, paint around it, and put it back on there.
And sound effects take time. And time is what?
Money.
And money is what?
Profit.
And profit is what?
Money in my pocket.
That's right. It's money that you keep.
Yep.
You've lost. You've taken a big L on this one, Aaron. Aaron. Go home with your tail between your legs.
Sport is going live. Tune into Sport's YouTube page on Thursday, May the 15th at 5 p.m. Pacific for a live taste test-a-thon. Multiple taste tests, live, challenges, live, guests, live. Subscribe today so you don't miss it. Spring is here and it's time to make the most of it. Whether you're hitting the trail, soaking up the sun, or just enjoying longer days, Factor makes eating well effortless. Their fresh, never frozen meals are ready in just 2 minutes, so you can fuel up and get back to doing what you love. Factor sent me some wonderful meals, and I have eaten the herb-crusted chicken and the garlic cream pork chops, and let me tell you, and the vegetables that come in them, and all the things that come. These things are good, and listen, you take it out of the box, pop some holes in the top of it, heat it in the microwave for 3 minutes, take it off, pull the cover back, put it back in there for 2 more minutes, get it out and let it set 2 minutes, and you are eating in 5 minutes. Now, how's that for something good to eat that tastes great and was wonderful? And then the other night, I had eaten these two, and I pulled the salmon out and fixed it and ate it. And Charles can cook some good salmon, but this salmon that came in this Factor meal was really wonderful and good too. So you ought to try these Factor meals, and it's quick and easy, and it's healthy for you, and I love them too. So try out these Factor meals and see what you're missing. Get started at factormeals.com/dispatches50 off and use code dispatches50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code dispatches50 off at factormeals.com/dispatches50 off for 50% off plus free shipping. Well, I've always wanted to learn French, but I should have done a better job in high school when I was taking it because I didn't pay any attention and didn't hardly learn any words, and that's why I love Rosetta Stone. It's designed to help you learn naturally, the way you learn your first language instead of drilling words out of context. Rosetta Stone immerses you in a real-life scenario. Plus, with their true accent speech recognition, you can get your pronunciations down right from the start. Whether you want to learn Spanish, French, Korean, or even Dutch, Rosetta Stone makes it easy, effective, and fun. Don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. Dispatches from Myrtle Beach listeners can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off. That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life. Visit rosettastone.com/dispatches to get started and claim your 50% off today. Don't miss out. Go to rosettastone.com/dispatches and start learning today. It's time for another edition of Myrtle Beach Mailbag. Well, Link, we got a email from Julie, and it says, "Hello, Charles and Link. I have enjoyed dabbling in AI."
Okay.
See, I would have thought that was owl, but now I have heard about this AI.
I've been dabbling in owl.
Yeah. So
I tell you, you're up with the times now. It's not owl, it's AI.
AI, yeah.
Dabbling in owl.
Oh, look, and I've seen this thing too, but come on my phone, it says specifically ChatGPT for both work and fun, and have been impressed with all it can do as well as its depth of knowledge. Well, today I decided to ask ChatGPT about one of my favorite podcasts, and here's what it had to say.
Okay.
It says, "Yes, Dispatches from Myrtle Beach is a podcast hosted by Rhett McLaughlin's father, Phil McLaughlin, affectionately known as Papa Link."
What?
In the podcast, Phil, a charming Southern gentleman from Myrtle Beach, reads and responds to listeners' letters, often with humorous or heartfelt advice. The show is a mix of Southern wisdom, dad jokes, and lighthearted storytelling, making it an entertaining and wholesome listen. But what? I'm Rhett's dad now.
Apparently, How could it get it so wrong? And Red's dad's name isn't Phil.
Phil.
It's
No.
Jim. There is no Phil McLaughlin. Like, where would this come from? I'm so disappointed that I've been written out of the owl history of this show. So have you, Dad.
Me too. Me and you both. I mean,
neither one of us are in the show according to Owl. It got everything else right though. I mean, I think the description is pretty great.
I don't do no chat GBT or AI, so I mean, it's kind of funny. But
I'm a bit dejected.
So me and you don't have a podcast no more, Link.
I mean, I don't know. How did that even happen?
I just asked it, and it said, it's a comedy podcast hosted by Charles Neal, a.k.a. Daddy Charles, the father of Rhett and Link's Link Neal.
Okay, now it's getting it right.
The show features Charles, an unfiltered Southern dad with a laid-back, beachy vibe.
Laid-back, beachy vibe. All right, so it, depending on when you ask it, it's going to give you different information.
Right. It's casual, funny, and often a little raunchy. That's correct.
Oh.
Yeah.
But what about the daddy part?
I don't know.
I don't call you daddy.
A.k.a. Dad.
That's a different show. Let's skip that, man. We ain't going. The Al ain't got no future with us.
Okay. And AI or
Forget
whatever.
y'all. We don't need you, Al.
We got one from Taylor. It says, "Hi, Charles. First off, love the podcast. I've been a fan of GMM for about 11 years, but Dispatches makes me feel like I'm having a conversation with a grandparent when I no longer have any around. Anywho, my question is, since you live in Myrtle Beach and get to drive your golf cart around the area, oh Lord, do others in the area use loose on their golf carts? They do this in the villages to signify their sexual preferences."
What? Oh, okay. So this infographic, Lofah. You know what a loofah is, Dad?
No.
A loofah is one. It's these things that are pictured in this infographic. They're different colors. You don't know what this is?
I see them, but
What? You don't know what that is?
that looks like the thing that I've seen hanging in the shower that you wash yourself with.
Yes.
What do you call those?
What do you call it?
Hell, I don't know. I don't use one, so I ain't got one. There ain't one hanging in my showers.
Okay.
Nancy don't even have one of them.
Well, it's not like it's just for women, Dad. It's for
I know.
suds. Everybody deserves a lot of suds, and this thing will get you the suds.
Okay.
How do you work up a lather in the shower?
I use a washcloth.
Okay, that's fair. A little old-timey, but that's fair. Now, do you know what the Villages is?
No.
Okay.
I mean-
there's a documentary about this that is absolutely hilarious. That's how I know
Oh.
about it. It's a retirement community in every sense of the word community down in Florida. All these retired people, they drive around in golf carts and they have their own little houses, and it's like, retirement. They play tennis
Central.
and they do all the stuff that they do, but they're quite active. And I didn't understand that. But sexually active, okay, I guess so. But this infographic here is a whole other level. Apparently, what do? Drape a loofah on your golf cart and it tells
Yeah,
you
let me get-
what
Yep.
these... If you find yourself in the Villages, you will no doubt see loofahs
Oh.
attached to cars.
I got it. Novice and beginners.
What? This is a friendly
Oh,
guide
man.
so you don't make the same mistake I did. So, I'll read this infographic to you, and you tell me which loofah you be hanging up. White loofah means that you're a novice or a beginner. Purple means that you're a voyeur and you like to watch. What? Do you like to watch?
No.
Anything you can see, I guess. Pink,
Mhm.
soft swap. People who like to do it with others in the room. Oh, so pink goes good with purple.
Yeah, telling you.
I can't believe this. All right, blue. Lowest level of full swap. Those who can play well with others. Full swap. I guess that means you're with somebody who's not your partner, but there ain't nobody watching.
Yeah.
Yellow is mid-level swap. For those who want to have fun but are still nervous. Black, full swap.
Full swap.
Oh, because blue is the lowest level of full swap. Yellow, mid-level. Black, full swap. Those who say, what the hell? Let it all go down. And then teal is bisexual. For those that want to increase their dating chances. Oh my goodness. I think this is real.
If you find yourself in the villages, you will no doubt see loofahs attached to the cars. This is a friendly guide so you don't make the same mistake I did.
Which is what? Think you're just going to shower with somebody? This ain't about showering, I don't think. Maybe it is. Maybe it's just swapping and using somebody else's shower.
I don't think this got nothing to do with showering.
I'm a performer. I think I'm pink.
I'm going to have to get a copy of this and show it to all my friends down here that's got golf carts and see if we're going to get us some loofahs.
That's right. Hey guys, it's already taken, they got the infographic and everything. And most all your friends, I bet you they'll all have loofahs.
I'm telling you.
So the only thing left to do is either watch or swap.
I can tell you right now that my wife's going to put a stop to me telling these people about these loofahs. I'm going to tell you.
She gonna put a stop to the swap?
I'm telling you. Yeah.
Okay.
But
And what do they do? I mean, do they go to a swap meet? Is that why it's called a swap meet? Because you all drive your golf carts over there and then you just start throwing loofahs around?
I don't know. I mean, they must go to the clubhouse and congregate and get the loofahs out. And
Are there retirement communities around Myrtle Beach like this? I would think there are.
there's several that's around that I can't think of the names of all of them, but
You need to bring this information to them. You need to show up with your golf cart and you need to sell loofahs.
no. I'm
No,
not-
hold on.
that-
You don't have to participate. All you're doing is making it available.
Okay.
And you can be like,
Yeah.
does anybody want any shower supplies? And let me tell you what each one might mean for you. And then it's up to them.
Yeah.
All you're doing is selling shower supplies. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Something to think about, Dad.
Well, we'll just have, hard and heavy too. Hard and heavy thinking about it too.
Oh, hard and heavy thinking.
Yeah.
I seem to remember in that documentary that there was, can you look up the name of this
Is
documentary?
it Some Kind of Heaven? Is that it?
I think that's it.
2020.
Like there's a guy who's like, there's an old man, there's one guy who doesn't live there, but he's trying to date women there in order to get their money. He's broke and he's living in his van, but he's dating these rich women that live in the retirement community. And there's a lot of other stories too. There's like one old guy who takes psychedelics all the time, and then he goes out like naked on his golf cart on the golf course, and like comes back and tells his wife all these stories. Like it was a funny documentary.
Oh man.
Some Kind of Heaven, I guess is what it's called. It was funny.
Well,
You and Nancy need to watch that. It's called Some Kind of Heaven.
okay.
You get a kick out of it.
Well, Link, I have learned a lot of several things today on Dispatches from Myrtle Beach.
Hey,
but
me too.
it was fun having you all here with us today, and we'll be back next week for another one. And don't forget to follow and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. And while you're at it, rate and review us on Apple Podcasts. And if you got a question, comment, or a story you'd like to share with me, email me at ratherbeshaggin53@aol.com. And y'all have a great rest of your week. We can't wait to hang some loofahs on my Belch Life golf cart.
You said it. And don't hang them all. You got to pick the right one.
Love you, son.
Love you, Dad.